Hi everyone. I am obviously not with my makeup. I had a doctor's appointment this morning and Dalton had his 3-year checkup this afternoon. So I'm in the shed and we are actually going to go out and pull stuff. Today has been an incredible day. We are at $530 over on eBay already for today, and it's about 2:45 in the afternoon, and almost $100 going out on Facebook. So over $600 in sales. Super excited to show you guys. I am going to go ahead and pull with you. And I also am going to show you how to do multi-printing with a scan form on eBay. So let's get started. So it has just been like raining and raining and raining and raining some more. We cut the lawn and it rained some more. It is summer and hurricane season in Florida, so there's not too much out here today because a lot of what sold actually was just listed. So it's still in the shed. It hasn't been moved out here to the inventory areas just yet. So let's go ahead and see what we have to get first. All right, so first is actually 2 shirts, both in CC10, and these 2, it's a Boca Classics and a Izod shirt, and they are in this tote down here. And there's way too much in this tote. I normally would not put this much in this tote, but my niece did it. So yeah, I think this is the Izod one here and the Boca Classics shirt. So let's look. And it looks like I might have got lucky. Yeah, there's the Boca Classics. So the buyer messaged me on these 2 shirts and asked me if I combined shipping. I told him I did, so he immediately bought the 2. I'm about $4 in on these and he paid $28.93, plus I charged him for a padded flat rate envelope for these 2 shirts. Up next is going to be this cologne. It is in BB11, which is over here on the wall. I know it is dark in here. Let's see. Here is BB11. I believe it's in one of these boxes. And yes, so this little cologne is Wild Country for her. I'm actually less than $1 in. It sold for $11, plus the buyer paid $6 in shipping. Next is going to be these LuLaRoe leggings, which actually sold international. They are on BB9. I picked these up because of what's on them, and I will show you guys. So BB9 is up top there. Let's see. So I picked these up because they have French bulldogs on them, and I thought that just might be popular. I paid $3 for these, and they sold for $20 plus international shipping. It is free shipping to the global shipping. So what I'll do is I'll mail these to Kentucky and they'll mail them from there. So we're actually making about a $12 profit on these LuLaRoe. So if you find LuLaRoe with like good patterns or stuff you might think there might be collectors for, I would pick them up. All right, that is actually going to be everything in here. So let's go in the little room. Like I said, there is a lot that is not in either of these. It's in the big shed because it was just listed. Pooping on the carport, but we bought a pressure washer to clean it for when he does that. He's much better. He's running away. And then I've got these 2 bums here sleeping on the chair. Hi, Dee Dee. All right, let's go in the room. And actually all 3 of the Facebook Marketplace sales are in the big shed because I have not brought them out yet, which means they were just listed. So we got those shirts, H18. is actually a cross stitch you guys just saw me pick up at Goodwill for $1.99. Here it is. And this one sold for $22.49, making it about an $18 profit. And it has not been listed very long. It's only been listed for about a week or two. Up next is an M5, maybe M6, M2. So this is from when my mom was actually helping, which was years ago. And this stuff, Mom had trouble putting where stuff really was. Actually, I see it down there. So stuff got really mixed up when she was helping. So this is an Avonshire blue porcelain soap dish. It sold for $10.63. less than $1 in, and it's actually right here. So this is going to be the Avon. This stuff has, Avon has taken me over a year to get rid of, so I would not recommend picking it up. And it looks like this Coke sign, I actually picked this up at the same Goodwill I picked up that cross stitch. This one sold for $18 and I paid $1.99. It is in H15, which is right here. So that's going to be about a $14 profit, and again listed less than 2 weeks. Then this scarf sold for $15.93, and it says it's in this box, and it's pretty bright fuchsia. So let's see if we can hopefully find it easy. Yeah, I think this is it. Yep. So this one is new with tags. It is Oscar de la Renta. I am 50 cents in, and it will be about a $13 or $14 profit. So these scarves, and these are newer ones. This box was a new batch, but the rest of my scarves are older. And everything else, guys, is actually going to be out in the shed because it's all newly listed. We had a lot of stuff just listed sell. So let's go pull this stuff in the big shed and get to packing. Dalton is inside having his lunch because he got it late from his doctor's appointment. So he is not with me right now. He might come out while I'm shipping. I'm not sure. We will see. But let's go ahead and finish pulling. And look, I cleaned the shed up yesterday. Look how beautiful this is. So nice, and nothing all over the floor. This is all the stuff that I just took pictures of last night, and then there's still a cart. So let's see what sold that was just listed last night. First, I know this, and this is actually one of my favorite vases that I got from that $3,600 haul. This one sold overnight for $74.99. So great sale on that one. And then these little Bluebirds of Happiness sold over on Facebook for $14. These are off of my cart lot, so if we do cost average them 5 in, but I pick up these Bluebirds if I find them for like $6 or less because they will sell and sell fast every time. I'm not sure if anything else was over here. I think the rest is in the cart. We might have to dig through this cart. First we need this vase. We need a magnifying glass. We did already find the Bluebird. I'm gonna turn off the AC so you guys can still hear me. So this cart is stuff that is all listed but not put away, and now we have to dig because stuff sold before it got put away, which is not the worst thing to have happen, right? I know here is this magnifying glass, and this one actually sold really fast over on Facebook Marketplace for $30. So there's that. There's a vase we're looking for. Actually, I see it down there. Ta-da! This little vase is a dance vase. It's a really pretty swirl, and this one actually sold really fast on Facebook as well for $33, and I am only a few dollars into this from that big auction haul. Guys, this is insane. Absolutely insane. We sold another one of these kingfisher ones. So somebody did comment that kingfishers are a protected species. It is only US kingfishers. These are from China, and this one sold for $319 plus shipping. Incredible. Less than 3 weeks. I'm only $5 in. This is over a $275 profit there. And this one doesn't even have the hair clip. It's just the pin. So that is another amazing sale, and mainly what brought us over that $500 mark today. Bermuda pottery here. Actually, the Bermuda pottery is in the room. I forgot it actually wouldn't let me put it. So let's go grab that. And this is what happens when you can't mark stuff. Luckily, I remembered, and I actually took a picture on my phone because I knew I would forget where it was. It just took a minute. I put it here. So it wasn't marked, and Facebook wouldn't let me update it, but this one sold for $15 plus shipping, and I'm about $5 in. So this is about an $8-9 profit, sold in less than a week. And let's get started shipping. All right, so I am on my seller hub. So the first thing you want to do in order to go for the scan form, and I'll show you guys just real quick. Look at that. How beautiful is that? For $529.84. So we are going to go over here to orders, and we're going to click that. I'm going to kind of stay towards the top because I don't want to show anybody's information. So then here I have 11 for $676. I will click here to select all, and then I'm going to click on shipping, purchase shipping label. So that I'm gonna get away. Let's go over here. So that's gonna pull up all of my packages for the day. And then what I'm gonna do now though is I've got to go through here and verify that the weight is correct on all of these. That's what you guys hear me doing, is checking, seeing what I've got, and then putting in the correct. And then when we're done, we're gonna come back here and we're gonna review our purchase, buy it, and then I will show you guys how to do the scan label. But first, you need to make sure you select all under orders, go to purchase shipping labels, and then I am here in the bulk shipping buy labels. All right, so up first is actually going to be the 2 shirts, and as I said, and we'll see if they're over a pound. Let's go ahead and get the scale over here. I, as you see, cleaned up in here to make some room on the shelf. So I did put these at a padded flat rate for this buyer. Let's see if I was right with them being over a pound. Might not have, but I think I am. So there you go, pound 4 ounces. So they would ship at a 2-pound rate, so it's going to be cheaper to put them in a padded flat rate envelope than it is to ship them in anything else. So we use the padded flat rate envelopes quite a bit, and those are another one that's free from USPS. And I'm just going to put these 2 shirts in here. I do not poly them before I put them in here. I just don't think that it's necessary. I know a lot of people do, but I choose not to. You have to kind of stuff, but they do fit, and most jeans will fit, and this is a great way to ship jeans as well. And then you do not have to weigh this because it's just a flat rate. So let's get the zip code for this one. So 34480, and let's see what is next. This cross stitch pattern that sold for, or not pattern, it's an actual completed one. This isn't really breakable. I don't think it would fit in a padded, but what I will probably do is, just because this isn't gonna break, like this is sturdy, so what I will do is I'll actually wrap it in this little bubble wrap, and I'll put it in a poly bag because it's not gonna hurt it to go in a poly. Now I will wrap it. You guys know I go through a lot of bubble wrap. That's why we love American Bubble Boys so much, because we use them a lot. And we will tape it. We're also going to tape the sides so that stays there. And then I will probably actually put it in one thing of the big bubble wrap. I'm looking for my knife. Here it is. So this is a new roll. I used a ton of bubble wrap yesterday. If you guys are interested, my highest level of membership has lives. I go live shipping on Monday. These ship with me are typically on Tuesday or Friday because it's slower. But if you want to see the hecticness, my highest level of membership is live with myself and Brad packing on Mondays, and we answer questions live, and it's just a lot more behind the scenes. So if that's something you might be interested in, definitely hit that join button below. And you get the members store reviews, you get sourcing, you get everything. So there is get my big polys, but whenever I use the big polys, I do double poly because they're thin. I think actually next time I order these big poly bags, I'm going to order a thicker one. These are probably like 2 ml or 2 millimeters, which is really, really thin. But we can drop it in here, and we're going to fold it over. And the reason for this is it's going to be safe in here, and I don't want to add weight to it if I don't have to. And then we'll just put it inside of another big poly. And I have to do it because they're so thin, they would rip really easy if they weren't doubled. One has got that in. I'm going to like shake it down, and then I'm going to tape this so it doesn't have room to move around in the poly, because I don't want it to come out of that bubble wrap. All right, let's weigh this one. All right, let's see. It is 13 ounces, so it's actually going out under a pound. Next is this pen that sold for $319. You see how tiny it is, and incredible. And let's go ahead, we're going to get a jewelry box for it. So these are in the links below in my Amazon store. All of my shipping supplies are. So it's got the foam insert, and we will just set it in there nicely and close it. 4x4 box, which is what these are. These are a pain to learn to put together, but once you learn, they're pretty simple. And if it was not a $300 pen, I would not be putting it into a box. So there's my box, and then I'm actually going to wrap it in bubble wrap. It's a little excessive, but it's, you know, it's a $300 pen. So I always keep in mind, regardless of the item, what people paid, because if it gets damaged, that's what I'm gonna have to cover. That did not work. So I'm gonna try and slide it down in here. And sometimes it doesn't work, you know, you've gotta go with the flow. But I'm gonna put it down further so I can actually put it in and then push the bubble, and that worked. And this will probably be about 4 to 5 ounces. It's not going to weigh much, but it will go priority because of insurance reasons. And it is under 4 ounces. And I will add insurance on this, and I'll tell you guys how much it's going to be. USPS insurance is $6, and I am going to pay that because heaven forbid USPS loses this box, I'm out $300. But with that extra insurance, if they lose it, I am covered. And this one is going to $91755. So a couple people asked, that expense is an expense that I take and I pay it. I do not make my buyer pay it. This vase here, which sold for $75. The funny thing is there was another one of this vase listed and it had been sitting there for half the price. So take good pictures, guys. It really makes a difference and will sell your items. So this one, because it's 12 inches, is not appropriate for a number 7. But these, however, I think these are the boxes I use for like VHS DVDs. And this one is 18 by 12 by 6, which actually does not make it go oversized, and I think this will be a nice box for that vase. Now we will be using a lot of paper, I will tell you that. And small bubble, and then we're going to come over here to the big bubble wrap, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start at the top, wrap a couple times, and then we're going to move to the bottom, do the same thing, and we're going to tape. Is this going to give me room for paper? And it does. So we're going to get a ton of paper now. We're going to use, I've got all this bubble wrap from where I unwrapped all of that stuff, and I'm going to use this because I'm all about reusing packing materials. So we're just going to throw a bunch of bubble wrap in here. I'm using it as paper. So there is that. And then I've got this long piece, so I'm going to go all around. We're going to put some on top to kind of, look, it's actually perfect. We want some on top there. And I am laying that out. And that was the end of my recycled paper. Overfilled, and then I'm gonna push it down because that kind of makes it more secure in there, and then we will tape it. 18 by 12 by 6, that's the equivalent of 12 by 12 by 12, and this size box is not oversized. That's why I love this for like VCRs, if they'll fit in here. This is like the perfect box. I was just guessing, and it is actually under 2, which is nice. 1 pound 14 ounce, so that is under 2 pounds. All right, that is this one, which will go great in an 8 by 6 by 4 box. I'm gonna use the same stuff packing because it really depends on what you sell. You kind of learn as you go what you use. I'll buy some different sizes, and then I see how much I actually use them. Look, I ran out of tape. I knew I was going to, and I actually have tape right here. There is that. And we are going to do the same thing here. And do remember with perfumes, they do have alcohol in them, and they cannot ship first class or priority. They do have to go ground, so keep that in mind. And this should just sit right in here, and it does. Perfect. So this one weighs 10.3, so you always round up, so it's going to be 11 ounces. Next is going to be the Avon soap pedestal, which I think actually will fit in one of these as well. Yes, it will fit in one of those nicely. And this one I'll probably only wrap in the small because there's not going to be that much excess space. This one actually is going international, so we'll just give it a few wraps. Perfect. 1 pound 5 ounces. I actually only had it at 10 and it's going international. They paid 18 and it looks like it's still only going to cost me 18. Thank goodness. Yes, it is still only costing 18. And this is going to Ingrid. This is actually going to Puerto Vallarta. Going to the islands. There's that sign, which I think will fit kind of catty corner in one of these boxes. Yeah. And we could actually do it flat. I might do that. So you can leave this flat in here and ship it like that, but this is glass. Well, we'll go ahead and put it together. If it wasn't glass, that's what I would do, would be ship it flat. And I've got the spare piece here. I'm gonna go ahead and use first because we gotta reuse. Reduce, reuse, recycle, right? Right, well, I see Dalton and Brad coming. Let's see. And that is perfect. What are you doing? This is 11 ounces. So let's see what we had it at. I had it at a pound, which will be fine. 3. Don't you turn on Peppa Pig. And we'll go in an 8 by 8. I probably had it 2 pounds would be my guess. And it is just over a pound. The scarf, which we will double poly. If you were out thrifting, there is the mark you look for. If this didn't have, this one is new with tag, but it is on the scarf there, Oscar. That one. 336. And then we have the Lula Row leggings, which I'll actually probably double on these because it is going international. These are thicker than the other ones. What are you doing, dude? So there is that one. Let's see what this one weighs. They weigh 7 ounces. And these, since they're going via global shipping program, will go to Kentucky, which is 41025. And these do go on the scan form, but like the international to Rio de Janeiro, that one does not. So global shipping program goes on the scan form, standard international does not. This Cowboy Way DVD.
Hi, people.
Okay, say hi to the people. Alright, that's all for eBay. So we've got these 3 that we need to do for the other platforms. I'm going to do the Bluebirds first. They'll go just in a little 4x4x4 box. And I'll only use small bubble wrap because there's not much room in here, but they're 2-inch, so that gives plenty of room. And then after we do these 3, we will go ahead and show you how to do the scan form. Platforms, I already printed those. I pre-print those labels before I pack. Here's my Bluebird label. Not on the scan form because there's no way to put the other platforms on a scan form. And then this one, since it's glass, I think we'll go in an 8 by 8 kind of catty corner. And with the magnifying glass, I'm gonna do the little bubble and then the big bubble again. That way.
Yeah.
So there is that. And it should kind of go catty corner in there. It's not moving, so I'm not gonna put paper. Here is my magnifying glass. And then this one's last, which will also go in an 8x8 perfectly. Probably without packing paper. Same thing. Alright, so now that I've got all my weights in, I've got the total here. I am going to click on Review Purchase, and then it shows me my amount. I will confirm and pay. You see I do 4x6 for the Dymo. So now you're going to click Print Labels, which will bring up your labels. But then here you see Print USPS Scan Form. Do not close this. Hold on one second, buddy. Hit generate. It shows 10 labels from today, July 27th. You generate that, and then you just print it, and then you don't have to have them scan each individual box. All 10 items I pack, with the exception of the standard international shipping, will be on here. I have to change to fit to printer for my 4x6. I print it. And that is that. And that is what lets USPS know all 10 of those boxes are going. So that is it for the scan form.